Hello and welcome to Communication Flow, where we help you let your words go. In this video, let's talk about the elements of communication. After tasting a delicious meal, one of the first things that pop into your mind is what makes this dish quite delicious. That is why you take a look at the ingredients and then you understand how the flavors work. Same as in communication, if you get to know the ingredients of a conversation, you'll understand how it works. Today, let's take a look at those ingredients, the elements of communication.
The first ingredient or element of communication is the sender, also known as the speaker, source, or encoder. Basically, he or she is the one who decides on what to say and how to say it. The act of doing such is called encoding. Therefore, he or she is the one most responsible in the initiation of communication, so think deep before you speak if you are the sender. The next element can be considered as the key ingredient because it is the reason on why communication takes place. This very important element is called the message, and the transmission of such serves as the number one priority in communication. This could either be verbal or non-verbal, but remember, one may work better than the other or both will do. This next ingredient can be considered as a seasoning, because the right choice of such can really help improve the quality of the message. This seasoning is referred to in communication as a channel or medium. Are you going to choose a written medium or an oral medium? The choice is yours, but choose wisely because there's a best way for every situation. The receiver, otherwise known as the decoder or listener, is the next element in our list. This person shall be the one to interpret the message that you have sent, and that process is also known as decoding. His or her interpretation depends on a lot of stuff, which you will better understand as we discuss the word context in our next lessons. Sometimes, but not always, the receiver sends a reply which is also called the feedback. This element of communication informs the sender whether the message has been received or not, and if it was understood or not. It can also be verbal or non-verbal, so not giving a response can be interpreted as feedback. But there is another ingredient that sometimes gets included even if you don't want it. That is noise, also called as interference. It's like the extra salt or extra pepper that gets added into the dish that ruins the flavor. Noise is anything that hinders the transmission or reception of the message. It could either be external noise, like your neighbor's dog barking while you're reciting during your online class, or internal, just like when you're distracted while listening to your teacher because you're busy thinking about your crush. There are a lot more kinds of noise, and such will be discussed in a separate video.
That wraps up all the things that you need to know about the elements of communication. It doesn't end there though, because there are still the recipes of communication that you still need to know about. If you're curious about such, hit like, subscribe, and be notified of our next uploads. This is Sir Joe, signing off for now. See you in the next video.